Hi, I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today we're going to make a pop-out Christmas tree. And the only things that you're going to need today are your Cricut machine, you need a scoring wheel or a stylus, and you need a fine cut blade, and then some stickers. I've also used glue and some glitter in order to make this card really stand out. So let's move over now and make our new design. So we're going to do this tree that pops out. It is so much fun. And I'm just going to replace this and I'm going to go to my uploads. You will be able to find the tree in my Crafters Club, and it will be part of the template. So it's for quarterly and annual members. We'll be able to get to this. So it is just simply called Tree, and I'm just going to click on it, and for some reason it's just taking its time here. I just want to make sure we've got the right name. It's just called Tree Pop-Up. We're going to add it to the canvas, and it has a number of pieces to it. You'll notice nothing is attached when it first comes in here. So let's just take a look at what's all in our group here. So let's start by ungrouping everything because we want to be able to get it. So we have a basic cut at the back, and then we have a basic cut that comes across the center. So this last little piece, Tree Pop-Up, is the back part of the card, and that basic cut right here needs to be changed, and it needs to be changed to a score line. There we go. Now we've got a score, and I'm just going to turn it off for a second so that we get to see what's left here. Now we also have the basic cut in the back. That is the outline of where this tree is going to be. We have a basic cut of all the different pieces that are going to be cut from this design. And the next one up here, you'll notice it turned red up here. Those are score lines, so you're going to have to change that to score. And then, of course, this other basic cut are all the little designs here, and we're going to change those to pen. You'll notice they're in green, so you'll be able to find them. Pen, and they all come from your layers panel here. So that pen, and then we can decide what color pen we're going to do. I'll just make candy corn so that we can see everything that's here. Now let's grab all of this, and it's going to have to be attached because you want this to fit in with everything. Perfect. I'm just going to move it off to the side. I'm going to turn on this one, and I just want to make sure that score line and part of the card are attached as well. This will fit in behind. Let me just, let me change the color of this so you can see what's going on here. Let me just click on it. Change that color. Let's make it a darker blue. No, okay, that will do. Darker blue on top. Just grab this guy, arrange him, send him to the back, and then we can put it over top. So when we go to glue it together, you'll see that the house will pop up in behind here. Now, what's the size of this one? 6 by 8. So you're going to need 2 different pieces of paper. You'll need 2 different mats in order to make this. So let's save this. And this is our pop out tree. Pop out tree. And I'm going to make it part of my December makes. And let's just save it. Perfect. So I'll just click on my check mark here because what we want to do is now make it. And I'm just going to change our camera here. So we'll go right over to the demo desk when we're ready to do this. Just grab the demo desk here. Perfect. And all we're going to do here is we have the card cutting out on one piece, and then we have the tree part cutting out on the next. So let's just continue, and we'll make sure my machine is on, and it is. You're just going to pick the kind of paper you want for the first one or the second one. This happens to be the second one we're on, or the first one, same thing. It's going to ask you each and every time. So I'm just going to hit a medium cardstock and go over to the demo desk because I've pre-cut mine so that we didn't have to do a lot of messing around. And this is our example of what we had of our tree card. Perfect. I just colored these in and added some stickers. Let me just put that off to the side. So the first thing you want to do here is, you're going to write in a greeting. You can write it in right away, or you can glue something on that you're ready for. The other thing we're going to do here is we're going to add either some stickers or some glitter to the places where it's drawn. But here's the fun part. This is when you get to fold this into place. Now, the first thing I do is I pop the tree out at the bottom. Then I take it from the top, put my finger in behind, and then I just lift it up so that all of those little extra pieces at the back then fold down. Then it'll drop down like this. So what we do is we lift up the tree, grab it from underneath, and just gradually work its way up and fold it into place. Perfect. Now, we also have a fold at the bottom. And then there's two other pieces here that need to be folded. Now, what I like to do is just hold this one up. Just grab this little piece, turn it around, and then get your card folds into place, just like that. And you're going to do same on the other side, because you don't want to bend that. You want to get your two card folds in place. There's two spots where they fold. And then there are the top pieces that are going to fold in for the little Christmas present, and I just push those into place. Now, the more difficult part is now bringing these little Christmas presents forward. So I tend to bring them forward and then push them down with my fingers. It's just bring them down with my fingers so they fold in. And then I can take the whole card and push it together. And that's what I'm going to start using my spatula here in order to hold it into place, because now I know that it's going to come up the way I want it. Don't worry if it goes under the fold here, because you're going to decorate into this place long before we get to the next step. So let's start by doing some decorations. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little glitter. This is a lot of fun with a lot of glitter. And of course, I should have a nice piece of paper here. See if I've got a scrap piece that I can use. Oh, it's got some text on it. It doesn't really matter what that happens to be. I don't need that right away. It happens to be a Cricut maker thing. So I have my glue ready. And we have those dots already defined. So what I'm going to do is just add a little glue and just let it sit there. Try and get this as round as possible to fit inside those little areas. Wherever there's glue, you know you're going to have your glitter sticking. This is a nice, simple little card to make, and I see you've got a little extra in between there. Try not to get any threads. And just add that little bit of glue. Bring it straight out so it makes it a little easier. It's just like icing a cake almost. Add some more on this one. See what I mean about you don't want the extra? Well, I'm going to have extra on that one. I'll clean that up in a second. And it depends if you want some at the foot of the tree. I'm just going to add a little bit in here too, just to give it a little design. Adding the glue where I want it. And I've got a little extra at the top there that I don't particularly want. I'm actually just going to, I have this needle in hand here. I'm just going to try and smush that out of the way. Take my cloth here. Looks good. Should be nice and gooey. So now all I want to do now is I'm actually take the lid off my glitter, because I just like to sprinkle it right over top. So I just right over top. We're going to add something different at the bottom, so no worries. Just let it sit there for a minute or two. Okay, looking good. So those are those little extra strings I have. Don't worry if you've got extra glitter hanging around. The biggest thing is you don't really want your glitter all over your table. I'm going to take my paper like this, give it a little fold. my glitter right back to where it belongs. Perfect. All right. So next thing, we have a couple of little stars at the bottom. I still have some in there. Okay. Lay it down in there. Let's just put more of it away. There we go. Okay, just put that away so I don't spill it. Now we have a couple of stars at the bottom here. Now we can color those in with pens. We can add extra glitter. I think what we can do in this case, we could probably, I have a gold calligraphy pen that's a 1.0. It is from Cricut. I can just actually color that in. You can pick brighter colors if you want. The whole idea is you've got the outline, then you can decide how you want to decorate it. Now that looks really nice. Now, one last thing you might want to do on this, just to make it really cute, I have a box of stickers that I had made, and I have some cats that I'm going to add to my design. So let me take, let's have a little black cat here. Now, with my videos, you're going to find that there are different stickers that I have made in the past, and there are patterns right there. And of course, I give you a whole class on how to make those stickers as well. So it's a lot of fun to play around with it. Now we've got other items in my little treasure chest here. If you find stickers anywhere, just grab them and hang on to them. Look at this. I've got some nice little bows here. I might put a bow on one of these. There we go. It's just to add some design. There we go. And then, of course, my greeting. Now, the last thing you want to do here, of course, is take the backing for your project, and you want to have a backing. And for mine, I cut out several different backings, and I happen to have this one that I happen to use. This is from my scrap paper, and I want to make sure I burnish this. What I'm going to do with this now, of course, is I'm going to open it up. I'm not folding it shut right now because I'm not too sure if the glitter is dry. And then I'm just going to glue this into place. And it's pretty easy. You only want to glue around the outside edges, but I'm going to do it on here, not here, because that is not dry. So what I'm going to do is just want to get it roughly around the edges. It doesn't matter if it's perfect. A little on the edges here just to hold it into place. Like a big blob there. Okay. And then because it's a tacky glue, it is so easy. All I do is I just hold those center pieces down till I know I'm pretty happy with it. And like I said, I don't want to move this into position quite yet. And it is tacky, so I'm able to put this together just like that. And of course, now on the outside, you can, of course, put another greeting. But that's our little pop-up card. It is so simple to do. And I used some glue, some glitter, a couple of pens. I used my spatula here in order to put these things together, and then my fingers to start drawing those out. And remember, you can do this on, you can actually do this when it's cut and score. So score, I know, is a little tougher on the joy, but you can cut it and then just use your fingers to score everything into place. So any kind of Cricut machine can use this, so it's a lot of fun to make. So I hope you had a lot of fun doing this one, and I hope you make quite a few and send them to people this Christmas. So until next time, happy crafting.